eyes back in your head.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
Yeah, boy. Your eyes do not deceive you. Your eyes do not deceive you. What is going on, people? This is the 6-man combo, and we're doing it on a Thursday afternoon. Hopefully, y'all have made it home outside of traffic. And I am your host, K Styles, aka the 6-man. To my stage left, as you already know, it is the Senator, Mad Mike Sports.
We'd rather pray on you than pray for you. Yeah, I switched it up this time.
To my bottom, right below me, we have one of my OGs. We got the icon. The Don is in the building. And boy, you is muted like a mud. Unmute yourself.
It's showtime, folks. What's good? Sorry.
And
Mama, she up here trying to get prep for grilling, so I had to put it on mute.
And to his stage left, we have the super villain, the therapist. ATL.
How the heck are you? It's time for some fun, kiddies.
Lord. Let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Mike, go ahead and introduce the 3 special words that we start the show off with.
It's the
And there goes Mad Mike down the raceway.
I haven't done that in a long time.
And that's brought to you by Shout It from the Mountaintops.
I haven't done that in a long time, and I knew it would piss K Styles off because he hated it every time I do.
Hey, as y'all saw, I was looking at his screen.
Hey, if Saigon was still a city, which it still is, they just named it a different city. You would probably be good for the show. Hello, good morning, Saigon.
You talking about the Godzilla horn?
Oh, God, good morning, Saigon. The person that said good morning, Saigon.
Yeah,
he'll probably be good for that. But Saigon is no longer. It's Ho Chi Minh City now.
talking about good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah.
Man, the way he did that intro, I see why they changed the damn name. Send out the purge horn on y'all. But let's go ahead and get right into the roll call. Like you said, man, we got Big A in the building. The franchise kicking us off. We got YMOF Jamal. We got Auntie Pam in the building. Hello, Auntie. We got King Quest. We got Michael Walker. Buck Rays Bolts. That's a Tampa Bay. That's a Tampa Bay sports fan right there. Appreciate you coming in. Got Georgia, Texas boy. Sonya. I got my girl Sonya in here. Old Chicken Holler, Trauma Locks. Brian Peoples. All right. Fellas, let's go ahead and kick this off. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notifications. Not just for the 6-man combo, but Mad Mike Sports, the Don's Favor, and the Therapist ATL. Let's go ahead and get this show on the way, man. Fellas, how are we doing this evening?
Good, man.
Great, man.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All I know your ass is wonderful, but like I said, you let out the bullhorn here before, so I know you. Oh man, let's go ahead and get right into it, man. So, as we always open these shows, we just open these shows. Basically, we just get something off our chest. Somebody want to get something off their chest before we get right into the show. Hey, the floor is yours.
You got anything?
Do I have anything?
Don't go that route. You don't go that.
I'm not.
Look,
I'm not bringing up food today.
We can bring up food. I thought you was talking about the other thing. I'm like, don't bring that up.
Oh no.
No.
Bring what up? I'm confused.
Good.
Yeah, that's good. But all right, so you got nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and get right into the show, man.
I got a question though. I do got a question.
Okay.
So they got a sugar babies and they got sugar daddies. Why they ain't got a sugar mama candy?
Because they already got enough candy.
Tastes like
candy. Yeah.
I can hear it when you talk. Hear it when you talk. It takes over me. I don't know. I never thought about it. But that is a weed question right there. That's a blunt question right there. Hey, let's go ahead and get right into it. I never thought about that. All right, man. We got a topic tonight, man. Bijan Robinson. Can he become the Christian McCaffrey of the 2024 season?
Whoa. I want to say this first. When are people going to listen to me? When people, how many years have I been saying this Atlanta Falcons offense is going to be like what? I've been saying that for the last year and a half, right? That is similar to what?
Shanahan offense.
When can I have my crown? The hell with a sugar baby. Can I have my fucking crown?
Hey, you eat a sugar baby, you're gonna have crowns in your mouth.
That is true.
Yeah.
But we talking about crown. We talking about Crown Royal, right?
No.
Oh boy.
It ain't gonna go
Boy.
smooth. It ain't gonna go smoothly. No.
All right, go ahead, Mike. Explain.
But I've been saying this I've been saying that the Falcons offense is awfully similar to two teams, San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. We already see, in the first year, I don't know what the hell, I understood what Arthur was doing, but the second year, he just came in and he just got stupid. He went completely away from all the crossing routes and drag routes, all the routes that actually matter in the NFL now. He went completely away from. So I'm not surprised by all of this that we hear that he's going to be the Christian McCaffrey because I've been saying this. I've been told y'all that their Falcons offense is going to be a lot like that Shanahan offense with a lot of runs. What he's going to do with Bijan Robinson, we're going to get into it, but I'm not surprised whatsoever. I've been telling y'all.
Okay, so the reason why we're coming up with this topic tonight is I'm pretty sure everybody kind of saw the press conferences as far as them talking to Bijan and talking to Zach Robinson and Kirk Cousins and all that. But based on this article, which is on the Falcoholic, Jamel D. Johnson, so I'm gonna make sure I go ahead and give him a shout out on the
Who
article.
the hell is Jamel D. Johnson?
I don't know, motherfucker. The name is on here, so I'm just gonna shout the damn name out. But there was a few quotes that was brought to my attention that came out of the mouth of one Bijan Robinson. Now, Bijan Robinson here says, I'm going to be more of a runner that does everything. It's like run first, like I did in college and still have access to go to receiver, still have access to do creative things out of the backfield, more so like how they use Christian McCaffrey down there in San Francisco, something like that. That is kind of what the plan is here.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I
I
want
have a question for that.
what you got,
Go
dog?
ahead, K Styles, and I'm go ahead, K Styles. I had something to say about it. Go ahead.
Oh no! I just wanted to read that quote. I just want to get everybody's take on that. You say you had a question, Don?
Why can't he be better than Christian McCaffrey?
Mhm.
And let me tell you why. All right, you go back, and I cannot really. I'm not going to compare Christian McCaffrey pro stats to Bijan. Bijan only been in the league 1 year. Christian McCaffrey been in the league since 2017. Am I correct?
Mhm.
So he already have what a 7 year experience over Bijan. Now what I did was I went back and I looked at Bijan when he was at Texas, and I also looked at when Christian McCaffrey was at Stanford. I Stanford when he was at Stanford, they used Christian McCaffrey a lot. All right, all right. People remember that he was pretty much the Stanford's Cardinals offense. Now, when you go to Texas and look at when Bijan was there was more weapons in Texas offense. So Christian McCaffrey, I think his overall rushing attempts at Stanford was 632, and he ran for about almost 4,000 yards career, and
Right.
he totaled up 21 touchdowns. But his rushing attempts, he averaged 6.2 on the ground. Now you go
Okay.
to Bijan, he only had 539 um attempts, which is why we drafted him because he didn't really get the ball that much. He still got a lot of mouth. He doesn't
Yards,
have that many miles on
yards,
Ooh,
his legs.
yards,
Yeah,
yards.
yeah. Well, yards on his legs. Now the yards, yes, it's doesn't have that much. He ran for 3,410 yards, but his average was 6.3. So it was it's slightly better than Christian McCaffrey's. But on the ground, he also had 33 touchdowns.
Hmm.
uh, uh. Well,
What you got on that one?
I'm gonna piggyback off what Don said, and I spoke about this earlier. Bijan Robinson is gonna be CMC ish, but with a twist to it. And the reason why, if you listen to his statement, he pretty much tells you what the Falcons have already done. He can run the ball and do it freely because we have put players in their proper positions, their natural playing positions. Now we know he can catch out of the backfield if necessary, but his first primary job is to run the ball and run it well. Well, you've got a plethora of receivers and you got tight ends. So Bijan doesn't have to fit that role
Okay.
if if the team don't need him to. He can run the ball the way he's supposed to. So now he can carry the ball down. Now he can make guys miss in space. Also, if you pay attention, look at our O line. The guys on the O line are getting bigger, which means that they will be able to create lanes for him to run. And we have a coach that's not going to get him blown up behind the line of scrimmage. What did we hear all last year about Bijan Robinson? If Bijan Robinson gets you in space, you're going to miss 9 times out of 10. Am I correct?
Right.
Okay. So now if you got players like Darnell Mooney, Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts in rare form, Bijan and Tyler Allgeier, all they got to do is run the rock. And that's what you see Christian McCaffrey do. He can do both. 9 times out of 10, though, he's running over people, taking it, 10, 15 yards on a what, yards after the catch?
Right.
Yeah. So we don't have to force Bijan into a space where he's not necessarily, out of space, out of place. He can play comfortably like he did in college. And that's why Don asked that question. Why couldn't he be better? He got all the potential to be better as long as we use him correctly. That's what it comes down to.
All right. So basically, so saying use him correctly.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Explain to the people, what do you think one means use him correctly, and how does that differ? How would that differ from what we saw this past season?
See, a lot of people look at Bijan Robinson and say, yeah, he's explosive. But the thing is, with a running back, is that you want to use him like a running back and not like a weapon. The Falcons put him in position where he had to make the big play first. And every time like that, as a running back and as a player, that gets stuck in your head. You want them guys, you want them to play freely. Like for example, like for me personally, how I get up for shows, I have to put myself in the mindset to be angry because that's what people want. I have to put myself in the position to be angry. Um, Usually when that happens, it doesn't come out well. Like it just doesn't flow well for me when I have to put myself in the position to be angry, to be mad, Mike. It flows better when I am reaction. So it's like a lot of times y'all will see on the show, I'll see it coming and I'll just fucking explode. That's natural. And that's the same thing with running back and players. You want to put them in position where they can flow freely, be like water, my friend. They want to be like water. So you want him to be like water. In order to get the best out of Bijan Robinson, you had to put him in a position where he has to be a running back first, and then his natural skills are going to come out. So that's what he means by putting. That's what he mean by. That's what want means. You muted. You just pulled it done.
That was the Pootie Tang right there. I was trying to set up an album right there.
So you did the Ipitang.
The imitate, yeah, the Wadata. That's the name of the album. Sadate. But based on kind of how you saying as far as free flowing, like you said, like water. There's another thing that man said too, and we said it last night. When I contract, he expands.
Oh, yes.
He expands,
Mhm.
I contract. So essentially, where they're going off, what my two brothers here said, as far as Bijan, is to be free.
Mm-hmm. K-Styles, Matt, can I give a visual analogy for people that may not understand exactly what me and Mike are talking about?
Go ahead. What you got?
It was the game where we played against the Texans. Okay. You guys remember the play that they ran back with the aerial view and the side view? When Bijan caught the ball off, brought it behind his back, caught it off his hip, and ran it in for the touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
That is what Mike is talking about when he says natural skill set. And that is the reason why I say he can be better than Christian McCaffrey, because he has his own spin on things. Allowing him to be a running back, you're going to see more of that from him. He's going to do things that to the average football fan is not going to make sense. Like, man, how did he do that? It was spectacular when I saw it, but I just looked at it as that's just Bijan being Bijan. Because at that moment in that particular game, he was in his natural element. He wasn't trying to be, like Mike said, the weapon. He wasn't trying to be the glorified wide receiver. He wasn't trying to be a glorified tight end. He wasn't trying to be Tyler Allgeier. They wasn't trying to make him the glorified battering ram. He was just Bijan. Bijan got the ball. Ritter saw opportunity. He did a small little flea flicker. Bijan caught it on the side of his hip, brought it behind his back, and into the end zone.
And that's what different spots on the field also. That's what's like when you put guys in a specific position, you already know they know they only have one option or two options. It's like when you use them all over the field, that's what he means by, being free. You don't just put them in one spot and say, all right, go be great.
Mm, mm. What you got on that, Don?
Pretty much just again, we all in the consensus of just allow Bijan to be Bijan and not have him copycat from somebody else in the league. Um, Again, he's athletic. He's a highly athletic guy, but at the end of the day, he's a running back. Will we see him in the pass game? Yeah, we will. But I really feel like, because some people thinking that he'll have more receiving yards than rushing yards, and I'm like, I don't see that happening in this type of offense. Like, he'll probably have I don't you guys know I don't do predictions. He'll probably have a couple of hundreds of yards passing, but I can easily see him having well over 600 yards on the ground this year. I don't know how much, but he should have at least 600 on the ground.
Okay. Well, from that quote that I read too, it was kind of interesting because um, when I'm thinking of Zach Robinson, and like I said, even though he didn't really get as much time with this guy, I would have thought this would have been more so of, well, I think they were basing Christian McCaffrey just based on the shiftiness. But coming from that McVay system, they've already had a Bijan Robinson type of running back.
Mm-hmm.
Deteriorating knees, Ty Gurley. So, do you think that this could be one of those things where it was a what if for him that might finally come true? Hence is the reason why they may be going this route with him.
Could be.
Okay, because I use another game for example this past season. It was the touchdown pass in the last Saints game, the 80-yard. Because essentially what it was is instead of using the generic he's going to sprint out to the right, you let him be free.
Mm-hmm.
And you use their athleticism in a different way, which allowed them to catch that 75, 80-yarder against the Saints.
The one thing that's a tad different is between Todd and Bijan. Bijan's not the whole offense. He's not the cash cow. So the whole offense doesn't flow through him. And this is what is going to make this Falcons offense dangerous, because you got so many guys that you have to focus on now. You lessen the chance of having to wear any one player down.
But you mentioned a plethora of weapons. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Darrell Mooney, Charlie Warner, Rondell Moore, Tyler Allgeier. That's a lot of mouths to feed.
Right.
But let me ask y'all a question. I'm going to ask everybody that's watching the question. By making a statement like that as far as being Christian McCaffrey-esque, wouldn't that put more emphasis on the defense to make plays, to get the opportunities, to have more, to get more opportunities for that? So do you think it's not just calling out trying to be explosive, but it's calling out to the defense to step their game up?
Yeah. Because Mike's been talking about this and he's been screaming it for the last 2 years. You want to have a balanced football team. And as much as we want to see this offense just put up 40, you want your defense to do three things. make stops, take away the ball. You know what I'm saying? And if possible, score points too.
Okay.
Yeah, you want them to do that because, again, we have been the beneficiaries of a one-sided team. Either the offense is good and you don't got a defense, or the defense is good and your offense has got too many holes in it.
Right.
But also with that plethora of players and weapons we talked about, K-Styles, what this team is going to have to do, and what I've seen even in LA when Raheem and them was out there, they had a rotation.
Yep.
They had a rotation because when you got a bunch of star players on either side of the ball, you got to rotate them out. Why? Because it doesn't burn out the player. Second of all, it gives a different look to either the defense or the offense at any given moment. So now the defensive coordinators can't hone in on one player.
Well, y'all missing something valuable. It's like everybody talking about Bijan and on the weapon, but that's not what actually wins them championships. The thing is, you got to go back to. I mean, we can just say it with this year. With Kansas City. Why is Kansas City so hard to beat, and why have they been so hard to beat?
Let's see. Let me see if I
Coaching one.
coaching.
Yeah.
I mean,
Coaching
that's a
is
part
one.
of it, but like we
Coaching
already
one,
know that.
but if you look into the offense part, yeah, Pat Mahomes is yes, he's the best quarterback
We know
in
that
his generation. But the offensive line, the
we
offensive
know
line
that
is
too. They've had bad offensive lines too, and they still play. They still got to the AFC and NFC championship.
Oh,
So it's really simple.
I think
Go
I
ahead,
know.
kid.
I think where Mike is going with this. It's sticking with what you know. It's having that balance, and it's being unpredictable. It's not being stagnant.
It's,
but they also go back to coaching with scheming and
y'all
understanding your
missing it.
personnel.
You missing one thing. It's clear. What? Let's go back to Baltimore 2001.
Defense.
What was so good about that Baltimore
You talking about 2000 or
offense?
2001?
The offense.
Yeah,
The
2000.
offense.
It was two things that they did well.
Okay. Let's see. The offense. They didn't turn the ball over. They were efficient.
They ran the ball. Jamal Lewis,
ran the ball.
that was his
That's
rookie
one
year,
of them. That's one.
Scoring in the red zone.
That's one. It's running the ball well.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. It's really simple, y'all. It's really simple. Time possession is a part of it, but it's really simple. Really simple.
Let's see. The only thing I could really think of outside of just time of possession is just not turning the damn ball over.
Like that's those are the things in football. But let's go to Denver. Denver Broncos 1998-99 Super Bowl. They had a running game, and they had something else that was real key.
Was it the tight end position?
There we go, right there. Go look at the Philadelphia Eagles team in 2018. Who was they leading? Tight end?
Zach Ertz.
You see what I'm saying?
So you're talking about Kyle Pitts.
This is why I say Kyle Pitts is going to be he. I'm telling y'all right now, Bijan is going to put up monster numbers because you got a guy in the middle of the field that can control.
But if you look at most of the Super Bowls that have won in these past 20 years, is they had a dominant tight end too. We
That's
talking
where we're
about
at.
guys
That's
like
exactly where I'm going.
You talking about Kelsey?
Now we see. Mm-hmm.
Talking about Kelsey? Okay.
Kelsey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now you
Kelsey.
see now you see where I'm going. So this is why I've said from time and time and time again is that I believe that this Falcons offense is going to do what they do. As a matter of fact, Zach Ertz had 116 kisses that year.
Yeah. But also
So
remember too, they used him a lot in that Super Bowl. And I know a lot of people we can talk about the year before that, when we lost against New England, like we talk about when we would have ran the ball, we would have won.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this: if we would have had Austin Hooper
Hey,
and Lamine
yeah.
Tololo, if we had them
Mm-hmm.
more involved in that game, we would have scored
Mm-hmm.
more than 28 points.
Exactly.
There was a lot of plays I went back and looked at. Austin Hooper was like literally 1-on-1 and wide the fuck open.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? I mean, that does make sense because how did the Patriots win all them years? Gronk was the one
Tight
carrying
end.
the ball. He was
Tight end.
he was Brady's security blanket.
Georgia, Texas boy. Shannon Sharp was on that Baltimore Ravens 2000 team. He wasn't drafted yet.
He was. Yeah, it was that.
Yeah, he
And
wasn't
that's what.
drafted yet.
Anytime you have a dominant tight end in the middle, it makes it impossible for your defense to sit on anything. They can't sit on anything. That's why you having a tight end is critical. It's critical for a quarterback. It's critical for an offense. It's damn near impossible. You can't stop because you have to. With a tight end, you gotta have two guys committed to stop that guy. Outside linebacker or middle linebacker, depends on what the coverage is, and then you gotta have a safety over the top. You can't leave them because if the safety decide to go toward the sideline, he in the middle of the field, and then you got a guy like Shannon Sharp and Kyle Pitts. Those guys gonna run away. So with a Bijan Robinson, you're not gonna leave Bijan Robinson one-on-one with a linebacker. If you do, Bijan gonna kill him every time. So that's why I say it's like this Bijan Robinson is gonna have a monster year because of a Kyle Pitts returning he returns to form. This team is gonna be this team will be unstoppable. I can promise you that. Kyle Pitts return to form.
Because he don't have to get the ball all the time, and you can use him as a decoy. You can use that big dude as a decoy.
Kyle Pitts will be the decoy. You wouldn't even it wouldn't even matter if Bijan is because you cannot leave Kyle Pitts one-on-one with a linebacker. He's gonna destroy him every time.
Yeah. It's similar to what the Falcons tried to do in 16 with Julio at times. When he wanted other players to get the ball, when they wanted Matt Ryan to spread their ball out, Julio was used as a decoy because they knew that Matt was going to throw to him, so it left a lot of the other guys open.
Go back to that 300 game with Julio. Where were they using Julio?
In the slot.
You see?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
This is the reason why Cooper Kupp had 2,200 yards the whole year. That whole entire year, he had the most receiving yards, regular season and playoffs combined than any other NFL history in one time. But as we're talking about having a monster year, and Juan kind of brought up another player, Tyler Allgeier. Now, as we already know, as far as I say, this type of offense that we're looking at, it may not be a lot of substituting as far as the running backs involved because they're going to be passing the ball at a 60 to 63% clip based on what Zach Robinson is used to being around with, especially with the Sean McVay's style of offense, which is not an original offense, by the way, just letting y'all know that. Where does Tyler Allgeier fall into this equation, and are you confident that he would be in the Falcons uniform for the whole season?
I feel like he will. and you need a 1A and 1B in this league. I don't care what type of offense you're trying to run. You need 2 running backs in this league. After Allgeier on the depth chart, there's a huge drop off in the running back room, and we can all agree to that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you need Allgeier for 3 reasons. 1, short yardage situations, goal line situations. I feel like he'll thrive in that. 2, everybody have bad days. And you got defensive coordinators who will stay up all night, all week to stop what you're doing. So if there's a defensive coordinator out there that are planning to stop Bijan Robinson, guess what? Kudos to him. Okay, Bijan, we're going to put you on less snap count, and this is going to be Tyler Allgeier's game to win for us. And then 3, knock on wood, if something happens to Bijan, who are we going to have run the ball? So those are my 3 takes of like, why is it important for us to keep a Tyler Allgeier on the team? Yeah, we drafted a dude from Alabama this year. I get it, but I see him more as a special team guy. I will put him at 3rd on the depth chart and have him earn that 2nd spot. So that way next year, if we do move on from Tyler Allgeier, okay, we got McLean as the 2nd running back.
Don, I like where you're going there. Now I'm gonna bring up 2 games, and you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Go ahead.
San Francisco and Cleveland.
You talking about San Francisco from 2022, right?
Right. Yeah. You with me on that? Okay.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That is the reason why Don said that, because you do need Tyler Allgeier, the human battering ram, because that man can carry a good portion of the defensive line with him and still get about between 5 and 8 yards. Okay. What did we do to San Francisco and Cleveland when we had Huntley and Tyler Allgeier? We found out who we had. Their defense could not stop us at all. We ran the ball because we could anytime we wanted to. Like Mike said, they knew we was coming with it, and they couldn't stop it. And there are going to be teams that we're going to face on our schedule that are going to be defensive brutes, and we're going to have to wear them down. And you're going to need somebody like Tyler Allgeier to get those grunt yardage. Remember, I keep telling y'all, and people didn't like why I said it. I said Tyler Allgeier is more or less like the battering ram. Bijan Robinson is more or less like finesse. While he can run some people over, but if he gets you in space, he'll make you miss. Tyler Allgeier don't care about that.
I get so upset when people call Bijan Robinson finesse, because that's so wrong. It's so wrong when people say he's finesse. He's finesse compared to Bijan to Tyler Allgeier, but he's far from that. We seen last year this dude just run like he just runs through tackles, and he get labeled as. And this is why I say this offense is going to be damn unstoppable, because like Bijan Robinson and Tyler Allgeier together, it's like it's like Juggernaut and Hulk. It's like it's Juggernaut and Colossus. That's like pick and choose. Bijan Robinson literally can run through guys. We saw it multiple times last year where he was running through guys.
I said this here because we have a lot of Falcons fans in the fan base who miss Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, we got that in one player in Bijan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he can do both.
Yeah.
And he can do them very well. It's just the offense that we ran last year. You didn't see the best. You didn't
see that, and that's right there. So that's why compared to Tyler Allgeier, yes, he's finesse. That's what they know.
That's the reason why I said before I said that. I said while Bijan he'll run over some people, yeah. But yeah, as far as when it comes to him and Tyler. No, Tyler is the bad.
It's not even close.
In Texas, and I was look at Texas offense when he was there. And we should be familiar with that offense because we had Steve Sarkisian here for 2 years.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best word to use for Bijan is versatile.
There you go.
He is. Yeah.
That's the best word. Yeah. He's versatile. And like I said, Tyler is like you say, it's the typical thunder and lightning.
Yeah,
That boy got some. That boy got them thunderhead too, boy. Good
yeah,
Like
he
God, he looked
gonna
like a
go.
running back. He built like one.
He gonna go north. He gonna go north and south. That's what he gonna do, and he gonna carry y'all with him. Bijan gonna go north, then go east, then go south, and then he gonna go back north again, and you ain't gonna know what happened.
Now, if you was talking about on the Darren Sproles side of the game, then that's what we could say. Yeah, that's
right.
But
And
like
see,
you said,
and see, let me.
he got some like the thing to see. I think the reason why people use the finesse, and like I said, y'all may have already said it, but I'm gonna just give my reason why people kind of use the finesse is because the splash plays, it's the highlights. When you think of highlights, you're thinking of finesse. When you're thinking of highlights, you're thinking of flash.
Yeah.
But the thing, but like you said, the thing with him is he's versatile.
Yeah.
He's a 30-pound heavier Warwick Dunn.
Yeah. And let me correct something. When I said finesse in that, and when Mike was talking about it, I don't mean timid. I don't mean weak. I don't mean afraid to go up against contact. Basically, when I mean finesse is when he's in space, it's a wrap.
Yeah, he'd rather juke you than run through you like Tyler.
Right. Tyler just gonna run you over.
He has multiple options on how he gonna
break you. Right. Yeah, he's versatile. That's for sure.
Body blow you. He might want to hit you with a hook. He might uppercut you. You ain't gonna know what's gonna happen. Tyler just gonna haymaker the hell out you. Like, I dare you to stop.
He on Mike Tyson. He look. You know it's gonna come. You know that right and that left uppercut coming. You just gotta prepare yourself for it.
Right.
Lord. You know I got to highlight that. This is funny. Kurt about to be slanging that thing there.
Hey, Jay, you ain't lying though. And this is what we keep trying to tell them. Look, man. And this is the reason why when we compare Kirk Cousins to Matt Ryan, people get so pissed off because, and I've said it multiple times. You can go back and look at the show. When Matt Ryan aired that ball out, when he spread the ball out, the Falcons were unstoppable because no defensive coordinator couldn't hone in on who was going to do what. Kirk Cousins, the same type of quarterback that can throw 4,000 yards. If he spreads the ball out, good night. I wish your defensive coordinator all the luck in the world because he gonna have some headaches.
And that's the thing that I say too is with Kirk Cousins, like you said, I don't. And it's as boring as I say this, Kirk Cousins just have to manage the game.
Mm-hmm.
When we say manage the game, I ain't talking about Chad Pennington and
Mariota. Go ahead and say it. Throw it up.
We ain't talking about that manage the game. It's necessarily more so of just getting the ball out and letting the playmakers do what they have to do. This is the same expectation I have for any other quarterback that plays for my team.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we're looking at it, this is where we have to get them out of the mindset that it got to be the superstar. We got to have superstars at all 53, all 22 positions on the field. It don't work like that.
So, K Styles, what you're saying is that Kirk Cousins don't have to play hero ball.
Exactly. Kirk said it himself. He just got to be the point guard. That's it. That doesn't mean nobody's expecting him to do great. That just means that he just has a mindset that I got to get the ball to my guys and let them do what they do.
This is interesting,
I
right
got
here.
a question. Go ahead, Warren. I'm about to blow people's minds on this shit. Go ahead, Warren.
Okay, I'm gonna make it short. But Fred
Kirk
Butt
Cousins
said,
is like Matt Ryan. He is. Look, y'all gotta. Look. Stop being some fucking whiny crybabies. Okay, he's a lot like Matt Ryan. Those
Right.
guys' games are awfully similar. We can sit up and talk about winning don't make your game different or the same. Winning, that's not how you talk. We talking about guys and their abilities and their skills. Kirk Cousins
Yeah,
is
Kirk,
very intelligent and he's
yeah.
very accurate. He gets the ball out of his hand quickly. That has always been his strength.
It's
Those are the
just both
same attributes
quarterbacks.
that Matt Ryan.
Both quarterbacks
Fred.
didn't have an offensive line, but at least, but we know Matt Ryan had some Hall of Fame receivers on his, his cast. Not so much with Kirk Cousins. Yeah, he
Matt
had
got
But
that clutch.
here.
Matt got that clutch gene too that you
yeah,
just can't teach. So it's like those guys' games are awfully similar. That's why they went out and got Kirk Cousins because he plays a lot like Matt Ryan. And he always had.
Well, see, the thing is, too, Fred, but you got to understand something. Winning is a team thing, not an individual player thing. See, when you say a winner, you mean the Atlanta Falcons were winning because, yes, Matt played, but without the other men on the field, Matt wouldn't have done squat. So it's winning is a team thing, not an individual player thing.
And that
Because
goes
there's not just one man playing on the field at any given time. There's 11.
because
So go ahead, K-Star.
Go ahead,
No, but you gotta say. So what we're talking about is as far as when I say Kirk Cousins is close to Matt Ryan, I'm talking in terms of yards, in terms of yards thrown and whatnot. What he has produced himself on the field. Winning is a team thing. Individual stats are based on the players.
Right. And like I said, man, and this is why when Bijan first came, I hated the LT Barry Sanders comparison because I'm like this. I don't need my guys to be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Bijan doesn't have, like I said, I know Bijan's skill set is comparable to LaDainian Tomlinson. I know his skill set is compared to a Christian McCaffrey. But this is why I say I don't need Bijan to be LaDainian Tomlinson. I need Bijan to be Bijan. I need Tyler to be Tyler. I need Kirk to be Kirk. I need Drake to be Drake. I need Grady to be Grady.
Yeah, I have something that's gonna blow people's minds, man.
What you got?
We always talk about Alvin Kamara. Everybody talking about Alvin Kamara. We know Alvin Kamara. He missed a few games last year.
Right.
All right. I can't know. I'm good. We know Alvin Kamara, missed a few games last year, but the yards that Bijan, he averaged 4.6 a game. He was almost there at 1,000 yards rushing. He only needed I want to say 24 yards. That's all he needed.
About that,
and yeah, he played every game. But let's be real, it was 16 games because he did play that part, but he did. I don't even think how many yards he got.
They set him out
But
that game in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I remember that game. You look at Alvin Kamara, dude only rushed 3.9 to carry. We talking about Alvin Kamara, the pretty much the face of the New Orleans Saints right now, and he's literally been the constant when we talking about the NFC South. When we talking about running backs, he's been that top dog. We ain't finna see that for Alvin Kamara again this year. I just don't see it. One, he's getting older, and yes, he only played 13 games last year, but you didn't even rush 4 yards a carry last year. Bijan did. Bijan had 4.4.
Well,
I know some people gonna be like, well, he didn't play that many games. He played less games. Okay, end of the day, yards per carry. That right there tells you everything you need to know about a running back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we look at but going off of Alvin Kamara, like I said, Alvin Kamara is better suited as a running back too. Anyway, He's not
Right.
really built to be like that. Like I said, because even looking at the numbers with Alvin Kamara, the closest he got to 1,000 yards was in 2020, and
Yeah.
he just missed that by like 68 yards. But he had a lot of touchdowns.
And I hate to say, well, I'm not. It's the Saints. Who cares?
Yeah,
A lot of they coaching staff and even in fan base, they so delusional because they think that Kamara is that guy. He's not. It just the past few years we know that teams they don't like running the ball like that. But the same thing applies with Eric Kamara, thinking that he's on featured back. They had to learn the hard way with Michael Thomas. He's not a wide receiver one. He's not. We've been telling them this for years.
Well, you know, Don, sometimes sad people got to have hopes.
but yeah, getting back to Bijan though, yeah, like you said, expected him to have a great year. And where I'm thinking where they're really talking about as far as him being a runner first, I'm paying close attention to that red zone. I think that's where a lot of our focus have to be, is in that red zone. How the offense gonna operate in there? Because like you said, I'll be honest with you, we really haven't had a consistent red zone offense in 7 years.
Right. I'm excited about that red zone game, K-Style. For 3 reasons. Number one, we have a quarterback that can throw players open, that knows how to read defenses, especially in the red zone. Number two, we have coaching staff that understands the red zone game and how important it is and knows how to put players in position to make those plays. And 3, we got dynamic running backs that's just going to add to the chaos.
You forgetting one more thing, too.
Go ahead, Don.
You forget the offensive line. And I'm going to tell you this. We're going to have, when the smoke clear the end of the year, I'm not going to name who, right? Everybody going to think Chris Lindstrom, and it's very well he is going to be the consistent all-pro guard. But there's somebody else going to be on that line, too, that's going to get Pro Bowl recognition.
Matthew Bergeron.
And I really think Dahlman might end up taking a step or two. I just hope he do. He has to. So
I don't understand. I don't understand why people don't give Caleb McGarry his respect. But this dude is the anchor.
I wasn't done yet, man. I wasn't done.
He's the anchor behind the running game. That's people don't realize. We run behind Caleb and Chris Lindstrom almost every play. Everybody always say this. He's the anchor to that.
Bergeron is somebody that 6-man said, but I was more leaning towards Caleb McGarry as a Pro Bowler, and I could see him getting second team All Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Bergeron could very well make the Pro Bowl. That's what I said. We have, and we forget.
Bird's gonna be nasty, man.
Like we got guys that I feel like our offensive line is gonna improve just by who we brought in and the style of offense that we know we gonna damn run.
Yeah.
I will say this though about Caleb McGarry. And I'm going to kind of piggyback on what Don just said about based on the offense we run. This is a quick strike offense.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb McGarry ain't got to be pass blocking for no 7 steps, 70% of the time, which runs in his favor because he wants to put hands on people.
Can I say this?
Go ahead.
When you have a coaching staff that knows what the team is and the players know what they're supposed to do, you got people like Dahlman and Caleb McGarry and Chris Lindstrom. Those guys will excel. Again, When you have a team full of guys that don't know who they are and what they're supposed to be doing, then you have chaos because confused people do nothing.
That's what we've been seeing for the last couple years.
Yes. It's just like that analogy I made when Coach was on the show. Coach has been in the military. If anybody been in the military, when you start having rough times, what do you lean on? You lean on what you are. When the Marines have an issue, they lean on being Marines. When the Army has an issue, they lean on being the Army. So for the Air Force, the Navy, and so on and so on. So when you got a football team and you got O-linemen that like them all, you are supposed to solidify that and say, this is what you do. Doesn't matter, good, bad, or indifferent, we're going to do this. We got a veteran quarterback that knows how to get the ball out of his hands quickly so you guys aren't doing the ballet. And that's the problem that we saw last season. Those guys did not know who they were and what the hell they were supposed to be doing at time. And it shows. It showed. So in them big moments when we really needed us to show up, confused people do nothing.
Okay. Right. And kind of going back on that red zone style, and like you said, I think Bijan, and Tyler, I think both of them are going to be integral parts in this red zone offense.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle Pitt, I just saw about 4 or 5 videos of them working on fade routes in the red zone. When the last time we seen a goddamn fade route thrown in Atlanta?
No, we don't.
I want to ask everybody. That's watching right now. When the last time y'all seen a fade route thrown in Atlanta? A fade
16.
route in the red zone.
Damn near
Since
16.
Julio, that's the only person. Just Julio throwing a fade route to Julio.
Right.
And that was every blue moon because he would get 5 motherfuckers surrounding him. So
right.
Yep.
But like you said, that's where a lot of people had the frustrations with Arthur Smith, was because you had the necessary pieces to call those fade routes. Kyle Pitts is 6'6". Dre London is 6'4". John Fitzpatrick is 6'7". Mac Hollins is 6'4".
They are fade routes.
They faded out of existence in the red zone.
Right.
But it's using your pieces. It's like a chess match. You got to know how to use your pieces. Like I said, you may look at the pawns as the insignificant piece on the board because they're the ones that makes the weakest moves.
But the pawns can take the queen and the king out. Don't sleep on them.
Exactly. But
talking about you're talking to a regional chess champion. I won it back in 14, 15 years old. So trust me.
I'm a newbie at chess, so I'm still learning the game.
Yeah,
so,
I'm indulging in it myself.
Man, I've been playing chess since I was 4.
Yeah, high school. Getting high school. True, don't come in here tripping.
Hello, guys.
See, you about to go. No. he already up to the nonsense. Nope.
Why you gonna do a man like that?
Because I can hear he about to talk about $20 hollows and all types of stuff. What?
God bless everybody.
Man, come on, bro.
Look.
I no longer engage in those activities.
You see how he said he no longer does. When? Since today?
God bless you, Michael.
He said he ain't gonna incriminate himself on the show.
What y'all got going on, man?
Talk about Bijan Robinson, and him embracing the possibility of playing the Christian McCaffrey style role here in Atlanta for 2024. You want to go ahead and get your thoughts on that?
Hey, if he like it, I love it. Hey, if he could give me a teaspoon of Christian McCaffrey, we looking good.
Oh, he already gave you that. That's
He
the
gave you
point.
that
We just
already.
need more. We just need more.
Yeah.
Of the rest. 1,200 yards, like dang that 1,200 yards. I look shoot.
I will go ahead on and say it. Bijan Robinson, I owe you an apology. I was wrong. I didn't want no parts of him. I was in my feelings about Tyler Allgeier. But hey, I'm still a little salty about that fumble against Carolina. But other than that, hey man, I see some good things with the brother. So yeah, I'm with that, man.
Yeah.
I'm with that. Whatever it takes to get that Lombardi, because I'm feeling it. I got a certain type of feeling about what we got going on this year. Remember I said this on June 6th. I got a certain type of feeling about what we got going on.
Okay. All right, Troop, I got a question for you since you just came in, man.
All right.
When was the last time you seen a fade route being thrown in an Atlanta Falcon uniform? In the red zone.
The Quintors.
That man really just said that.
Yeah, Quintors.
Quintors.
I said the same thing.
Lopez Jones.
Yeah, Quintors Lopez Jones. And before him, it was Roddy Magic City Monday White.
Oh my God.
Ooh, Magic City Monday. Good
Oh yeah, he was there Air Monday.
yeah.
Air Monday. Probably still
He
there.
started
Air
his,
Monday.
so he started his week off right.
Oh yeah, Air Monday.
Lord. Hey,
only Monday he ain't there is we playing Monday Night Football on the road.
Well,
So when you doing that, when you doing security during that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
now, you know what? That what you just said was very interesting, and I don't think people caught on to that. Some of y'all did. Didn't we just have a conversation maybe a couple days back when we were comparing this team now to what we saw going through in 2016? Some of the similarities.
Yeah.
Eerily similar.
What y'all need to do?
Eerily similar.
Yeah.
Go back and review that year, even though some of y'all may deem it painful. History repeats itself when you're doing the right thing. Go back and look at that season.
I'll start off right now and tell you what the quarterbacks did in the offseason.
Yep.
Didn't Matt take all the skill position players down to Florida for a couple of weeks?
Yep.
Absolutely.
He was professional enough to coexist with that sack of shit a hand.
You go and say it. You go and call him what you want to call him. Truth. You get no fine from me.
I want to hurt the man bad, but nevertheless, never. I whoop his ass. I'm talking about in front of his wife, and kids and everything. Slap his wife. But no, didn't Kirk do something similar?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah. Yeah. John Gruden's house.
Jay Diaz, the Falcons currently have no fullback on the roster.
They didn't bring back Keith?
No. So, but
still got Parker.
That Robinson.
Yeah, they didn't even have. I don't even think the Rams had a fullback.
They didn't have a
fullback. Look, wait.
They still got Parker Hesse?
Listen.
I think so. I think so for right now.
Just in case.
Exactly.
Trust me, I don't know what's been going on with our players, but it seems like they've been eating the smaller versions of themselves and coming to practice. So I don't think we're going to need Keith, because half of these guys now is like two of who Keith was, especially on defense. Like, have y'all not seen these players? They've been feeding them truck tires and tractor rims. Have you not seen these people?
That damn Zach Harrison, that boy, he was a little slim at the end of last year.
Look. Let me tell you something right now. Whatever Banner ate to become the Hulk, that's what he had.
He said that boy.
Bijan look like a kid next to him.
Yeah. Georgia Texas boy Carlton Fisk got released. I think it was yesterday. Injury days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got released. Yeah.
Who got released?
Fisk, Tucker Fisk.
Okay.
I don't know why I said Carlton Fisk, but it's Tucker Fisk. Yeah, he got released.
What you think about Wu-Tang?
Exactly.
Now he's thinking about the Boston Red Sox catcher Carlton Fisk.
Yeah, that's there. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was Southside. That's what we talk about. Yeah, them motherfuckers, the transformed into Super Saiyan version 2s of themselves.
Bruh, that's Broly 1 and Broly 2. What?
Yeah. But like you said, that's going back to what they said. They want them to be fast, physical, and free. They had me scared there for a second, but when he threw the free in there,
okay,
we cool.
but you know what? But you know what's funny? We have a man that had inside. We had two men that had inside information on the team that was there. You got Grady, and you got the coach, head coach, Raheem Morris. So
Jake Matthews was there.
Correct. He's going to impart to those guys the bull that they went through. Oh, trust and believe. Don't think he ain't in these guys' hands. Listen, I'm about to get you all even when you ain't left.
It's so crazy now because now Jake and Grady, now they the vets.
Right.
They were the babies in 16. Now they the vets.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what you're saying, truth is, it's an ordained prophecy that could possibly happen here.
Yep. Full circle.
It's coming full circle.
Because what was Raheem Morris in 16?
He was he was the wide receivers coach /
assistant head coach.
And now he's the head coach, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Full circle.
You get a quarterback that's similar to the quarterback that you ran and you had your most successful offense with.
There you go. Success leaves clues, people.
You got two running backs that complement each other.
Man, it's so crazy.
The like you said, the biggest thing is if fans are really looking for a 16-17 type of year, the offensive line gonna have to stay healthy.
Yeah.
All 17 games.
They started all 17 games. Hell, not Jake Matthews.
Chris Chester, he missed a couple. He missed a game or two, I believe.
That whole O-line started the entire 19 games.
No, Chris Chester missed. He missed the game. He got injured. I remember. I specifically remember that.
I'm telling you that's all they talked about in the Super Bowl. Because Alex Mack started the Super Bowl with a broken leg. I'm not saying you lying or you wrong, but that's all they talked about in the Super Bowl. Nevertheless, your O-line, that O-line was fairly healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
they was fairly healthy.
Look at it this way. The one thing you learn from that is nowadays anything is uncertain. So I'm pretty sure they're trying to make sure they got a nice rotation on that O-line, so that if in the event something happens, somebody else can step up. Because that's the one thing we can't leave out is, okay, hoping that the O-line stay intact the whole season. We got to be prepared for the what if.
And the thing about it, whoever loses the positional battle at center gives you depth.
Right. You're going to have depth no matter what.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
Boy, yeah, dog, yeah. The Dawman over here looking like he over there over there, the world's strongest man competition. He looking like Caleb McGarry out in this motherfucker right now.
Hey,
Man,
Kelly
they,
McGarrett showed him the blueprint.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. They
Yeah.
told Dahman they took Dahman to an airstrip and made that boy pull some airplanes on 285.
Nah, Caleb McGarry took him to one of them farms outside the city limits and had him bench pressing some bulls. That's what he did.
Yeah. So he was
I
tipping
think,
over some tanks.
I think I don't know because I looked at Keenan Fourney's.
He missed the game. Chris Chester started, but he missed the most of the game. He didn't finish that game. I specifically remember Chris Chester.
No, that's
Like
what
going
I
back,
said. He missed the game.
yeah. I think he did miss. Yeah, that's what I said. He missed the one game. But
Man,
I was talking about Keenan Fourney. I seen Dawman on Keenan Fourney's performance center for offensive line.
Okay.
Hey,
Ooh.
So this is something. Again, he's gonna have to take his job serious because
that boy Caleb McGarry left 2021 and came back 2022, and I know I said yes sir to him. Yes sir.
Bruh. Look, he left Caleb. He left Caleb McGarry. He came back Thor, Love and Thunder.
But Don, you just said it, and this is the biggest key of this team. And with Raheem Morris, it is the appreciation of the people that came before you and allowing these players to get mentorship from these players, from a Keenan Fourney, per se. Like you said, you haven't, Roddy White, Terrence Mann. You like you see a lot of these players on this team now that's going to these past Falcons and getting knowledge. It's the ideology of I don't know everything. Let me talk to the people that came before me and get the knowledge. And that is the biggest difference between a team that can be successful and for a team that has no identity in what it is. Per what Juan said.
I can tell you that one small difference in this team, the 2016 team, is the insurance policies at the quarterback position. In 16, we had a savvy vet that, in the case of a disaster, he could have came home. He could have still brought us home. If what happened then didn't happen. In this case, we got the young bull, the thirsty, hungry bull, who, dare I say, got something to prove. Even though he was the 8th overall pick in the draft. Y'all feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I got you.
So we got different insurance policies at the quarterback position.
Yeah,
it's
we
the same
do.
thing. It's the same thing. He was a quality quarterback. That man was a starting quarterback and Matt Sharp. So it's like,
oh shit. I just thought about it too.
yeah, it like I said, everything is repeating itself as far as how they're building a team. Which, like you said,
Look at the defensive line depth.
it's the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that though. We talked about that.
Just bring it again when we brought in Raheem Morris. All right, look at the coaching staff and the offense we brought in, and yes, we brought in Zach Robinson, but Ken Zampese. And when we brought in Zampese, I'm like, we're gonna end up probably getting a quarterback in free agency. And Zampese, people forgot, Zampese also worked with who? Who did he work with?
Red boy. Or that white was it Carson?
Kirk Cousins. Well, I'm talking about I'm not even talking about on the team right now. Zampese worked with Kirk Cousins.
Yes, he did.
I got one.
That's why I'm like, we're gonna probably end. That's why I said we're gonna end up bringing the quarterback. We're gonna bringing the quarterback in for free agency.
I got one.
All you got to do, and RIP to Brady, but follow the buzzers, man. The proof is right there for you guys to look at.
Brothers, I got one request for Zach Robinson. Y'all know what that is.
What's that?
If we're up 8 with 4:51 left in the fourth quarter, and we 2nd and 12 from the 24-yard line, run the damn ball.
But that ain't just Zach Robinson, but that's also holding everybody accountable on that sideline.
Yeah.
Like you have to, and we talked about this, I think last night, situational play calling. Like situational play calling is that's what I'm looking at right now this year. Yeah. I want to see if this coaching staff, if we're up by 3 points and it's 3 minutes to go in the game. Are you going to throw the ball, or are you just going to run much time off that damn clock, kick a field goal if you're field goal range, and force a stop on defense and win the game?
You know, we got a guy who has not put the ball on the ground since he turned professional, and he is pretty damn good at moving those sticks, especially late in quarter 4. So that's a hell of an option to have. But in a case where we are in a situation where whoever we playing is kind of going out their way to stop that, that's when your play caller got to be creative, and
the quarterback has to understand it. The play call is only one thing, because if it comes in, the play can be changed. I mean, if you call the play and they come out and they do something that you don't expect, it's up to the quarterback to figure out, all right, what's up next.
However, boy, you get no argument from me. I don't care.
That's why. Hold on. I know what you're saying, because the thing everybody always think is just the play call. The play call is only one aspect of it. Got to have a smart quarterback that understands. All right, when they call this play, is this play going to work? Based on, because they can make one move on the defense that you don't see happening, and then the quarterback got to be smart enough to say, all right, I've seen this before, and if he ain't seen it before, he end up making a mistake, or he end up running the play that's essentially dead. That's what happened with Desmond Ridder last year. He didn't see a lot of things, so he didn't know which play or what to do next. That all that comes with experience, and that's why you got a guy like Kirk Cousins, and you know a lot of the older quarterbacks. Like for instance, go back to Cleveland last year. They had Joe Flacco. Everybody trying to figure out like why he did all that, because it's certain things that he's seen. He was able to get them out of certain looks, because everybody was so used to seeing Cleveland, run the ball, check the ball down to the injury. But he was doing certain things. He was getting them out of certain looks. He would see certain things, and then he would get them and get the ball to the guy, that they needed to do. And that's what quarterbacks. A play call is only. It really, just to be honest, play calling only takes effect when it comes down to like the high pressure situations, the fourth quarter, 2 minute drills, being able to get those play in.
You said, man, you just literally just hit the nail on the head when you talked about like having a quarterback that can understand, that can read defenses, that can change things up if he had the ability to do that. And this is why, going back to the draft, out of all the quarterbacks in the draft, which quarterback stood out that understood? When you go back and you look at all the games he played, the games they played, this kid understood when he lined up, if he saw something that didn't look right, he changed it.
Yeah.
Or he's telling his offensive line, hey man, y'all may look at the left side of the line. They're gonna try to bring pressure on this side. Which quarterback excelled the best out of this draft class?
It damn sure wasn't Keaton Slovis. I'll tell you that much.
Man,
The two
this man.
quarterbacks, and this goes back to what
Not
I
Cleo.
said for months, though. But this is what I said for months, even in in January, February. JJ McCarthy and Michael Penix, they excelled well at understanding how to read defense.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what excites me about this is, what did I say early when we first heard about Raheem Morris? I said, this
The
young man
hell?
here,
The hell was that? Somebody
The
just got
fuck
put
is
through.
balls over Baghdad? What the fuck is going
Somebody
on?
just got
I
put
don't
through a
know.
table. Somebody got put through a table over there.
But nah, so what's going to happen is, I said, they're going to look at what we got right in 16 and what we did wrong in 16. And because Raheem Morris said he took that loss personally, he went over that entire season, even before he got hired, and figured out, they hire me, this is what I'm going to do right, and this is what we're going to leave on the table. And ever since that time, if you watch what he's done thus far, he's done the things that got the Falcons to the Super Bowl. They've been doing that. And he's trying to minimize what got us out of it. That's all it is.
Sometimes you can learn best off watching what somebody else did wrong,
Right.
just as much as you can learn from your own mistakes.
That part.
Right.
Gotta be willing though, man. A lot of coaches ain't willing to learn. They just wanna, no, I'm gonna make sure this philosophy works no matter what.
Yeah, that was the death knell of Arthur Smith, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If you break it down, I don't think dude was really a bad coach. He just couldn't get out of his own way.
Ego, and that's the problem with most leaders. Their ego can get them in their way. So doing what's right for everybody.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, and you can go back and watch that game. He wore and lost his ego when he played the Titans. I told y'all, I said, this game right here screams ego. Ain't no way in the world they had to put on the old Houston Oilers jersey, bring out old Hall of Famers. I was like, yeah, Vrabel gonna sit up there and teach. He gonna teach Arthur Smith, you still ain't got it yet, bro. And you saw what happened in that game. That's when his ego took a nosedive.
Yeah, but I saw it in the Jaguars game, and we being honest.
Yeah.
Both,
Yeah.
and not even just Arthur Smith, but Nielsen. He was doing. Bro, what the fuck are you damn doing?
Mm-hmm. They get stuck in their philosophy. They say like, this is what we are and this is what we're gonna do, and they stick with it.
As one person said, you have to learn the way to die in order to be liberated from it.
Yep.
AKA, you must destroy your ego before you must destroy your ego before your ego destroys you.
Kyle Shadoofus Shanahan.
Yep.
Yep.
He does the same shit every year. He does the exact same thing. We know it's a damn train wreck coming, and he does it every time.
He's
He does exact.
He's a creature of habit in the wrong way, and
Right.
and that's gonna be his. It's gonna stick with him. That's gonna be his ultimate.
It has been his
And
downfall.
I'm not saying
He should have won. He should have won at least 4 Super Bowls.
4 Super
Two
Bowls.
two as an assistant, and 2 as a head coach.
Yeah. But what happens is he sees the record, he sees who he's playing, and he figured, well, I'm up now. We didn't scrape by these other teams. Well, you know, I can win it my way, and your way ain't won it yet. That's what happened. If you notice, he really tried to get in his bag near the end of the season when the San Francisco is up in terms of, oh yeah, they're going to the playoffs. Oh, now you think you didn't make it.
Like I said, man, you must destroy your ego before your ego destroys you. And we're gonna go ahead and wind it down. It's about 7:30 now. Fellas, appreciate y'all coming on with me. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. 6-Man Convo. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Like I said, not just the 6-Man Convo, but Two Truth TV, the Therapist ATL, the Don's Favor, Mad Mike Network. So, till next time, people, we ain't here to play.
No.
We here to stay.
Ooh, yeah. Dig it.
You ain't got to go home.
But you got to get the hell up out of here. Yes, I can go ahead and order some cookies.
And Truth, and I want you to end it the right way. How we going to end it?
Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
And
What do we seek and speak? The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
We in the city with it.